I think there's been a lot of learning so far, and it's just really a blessing to be able to have such a great schedule where, we're tested from week to week, and there's just so much learning each week in those games. We're trying to celebrate our small successes and learn from our setbacks, and I think that we've definitely had quite a bit of growth.
And then, everyone's kind of talking about the big rematch this week with BC. You guys have kind of been on the other end of that when a team knocks you out of the playoffs and see them on the regular season schedule. So how do you kind of, combat that and, stay the team that's kind of hunting the opponent?
I think we just have to focus in on going on there, giving our best effort, focus on us, and, we know that they're going to come in with a lot of energy and a lot of effort, and they're a great team, so well coached. And so, this is what you hope for when you join a college lacrosse team. You hope for games like these, rivalries like these, and it just makes it that much fun. There's going to be, a winner and a loser, and, we want to just go in there and make sure that we can give our best effort and walk away satisfied with that.
And then just kind of take me through Erin a little bit. Pretty hot start to the season, leading the team in points, but what have you seen from her, aside from the score sheet?
Yeah, I think she's just really been focused, really dialed in terms of her ability to lead, ability to make plays, and she's just a really strong finisher too. So I think she's just always looking to improve, always looking to get better, and when you're like that makes a huge difference.
And then outside all week, can you put it into words what it's like to have these upper 65-degree days in February right on Lakeside?
Yeah, it's definitely not the norm. We usually are, inside to late March, but, having a couple of outdoor games. We were tested in Colorado with the weather. I think we'll be tested in Boston as well. So that's really good for us, and to be able to learn how to handle that inclement weather. And we've obviously always enjoy being in the outdoors. I enjoy it, and so does the team. So we're just excited about the opportunity.
Over a quarter of the way through the season, 5th year. Just give me a little assessment right now.
Yeah, I think, just having fun. Obviously, I think it goes fast, but we're still early in the season, so I think we're just having fun, being around each other, and figuring out the identity of the group, and finding new ways to push ourselves and get better as a group.
And then next game, one that a lot of lacrosse fans have circled on their calendars. How do you guys kind of keep the same approach and not make a national championship rematch more than it is?
Yeah, I think it's been the talk for our entire year, not just specifically this game, but last year. That's a different team. We have a new team, like I said, just focusing on us, figuring out our identity, having fun as a group, and really not focusing on like the matchup or what's happened in the past. So I think just excited to test ourselves and play a great opponent, obviously, but more so just keeping the focus on ourselves like we do with regardless of who we're playing.
And then one of the newcomers of the offense, Lindsay Frank, how would you kind of assess her kind of transition into the Caps lineup?
Yeah, I think she's done an amazing job. She's so dynamic and just solid all around. We actually were messing with her about, I think through her first 3 games, she had 100% shooting percentage, and she missed 1 shot, and we're all messing with her, but just kind of is a testament to how solid she is. She's always making the right plays, working hard, doing whatever the team needs. So really excited to have her, and really impressed, I guess, with how she's fit into our offense, and definitely expect her to keep doing big things.
And then kind of back to BC a little bit. How do you think the week of practice is going, and what are you kind of looking for out of the team to make sure that you guys are ready to go?
Yeah, I feel like we're in a pretty good spot. I think we've shown up to practice these past few days really focused and intentional, getting a lot of extra work in, people really looking inwards, taking accountability and getting better at what they need to get better as individuals. And then when we show up to actual practice time, we're really focused as a group, pretty intentional with everything we're doing, and our coaches really set us up for success in terms of the preparation. So it's been a great week. Weather's beautiful outside, so we're just having a lot of fun.
And then just like for you personally, leading the team in points, what do you want to keep continuing to see out of yourself, and what are some of those things you want to keep working on as the season progresses?
Yeah, I think just doing whatever the team needs. Obviously, it's going to be different each game depending on the matchup and things like that. So not focusing on points. Really proud of our offensive group. I think we have a pretty spread out points sheet. So really proud of that. I think that's going to be huge for us going down the stretch, just getting everyone involved. And I think just for myself, probably just continuing to try to lead and be a spark of communication on the offensive end, make sure we're all on the same page. But yeah, like I said, just finding ways to get better as individuals. All of us are doing that. I think right now my point of focus is finishing my 8 meters, so I've been working on that. But I think as an offense, just being spread out and having 7 threats at all points in time on the field is what's really going to take us far.
And then Emerson Bohlig, a player in her 3rd year, always seems pretty confident with the ball and scoring a couple goals so far this season. What have you seen from her so far?
I mean, yeah, Emerson's been a workhorse her entire time here, but I think offensively she scores a lot of those juice goals. I think maybe it might have been BC last year, the game winner, but she's always coming in and finding a goal in a time where we really need it. So she's kind of just all over the field. I feel like she does a great job of pushing the transition for us. She's probably the fastest person in the NCAA, so that provides a big spark. And also just her work ethic and her, her drive to get better as an individual too. She's always coming up to the offense, asking what we think she can do better, and just trying to improve her game. So she's huge for us. Like I said, those juice goals are always huge. Her coming through the midfield, and you just look for her to continue to be a threat on offense.
And then Thursday's game, first nationally televised game, ESPNU. You've probably played in dozens of those games. What would you tell a younger player who hasn't played in front of that many people or on that big a stage?
Yeah, I think just try to focus on what we focus on, which is ourselves. Obviously, you take it all in. These are the games that you loved to go to when you were a little girl and really wanted to play in. So be grateful for the opportunity that we're here and we're in these big games. And, there is a lot of hype around it. But at the same time, for our present selves, we're here, we're in it. So we just got to stay grounded and focused on just those little things and focus on ourselves as a team. We can't let that hype or, the amount of people or where the game's being aired or any of that come into play. So, yeah.
Just give me kind of some early season thoughts. How do you think the team's been performing so far?
Yeah, I think we've definitely had some ups and downs. I feel like we've been challenged pretty early, which I think has been really beneficial for us as a team. You'd always rather be challenged in the beginning of the season than at the end of the season. So I think us being challenged and having to play some really top, hard teams has really helped us grow as a team and really kind of shown us what our weak parts in our team is, and been able for us to really hold accountability for that and just really kind of fix those little cracks in our foundation.
And then, last year the team, ended on such a high note defensively. What's it like kind of starting a new journey, even though you have some of the same girls, expecting perfection and greatness right away, but how do you kind of deal with, some of the low moments?
Yeah, I think just remembering that we have so much time to grow. The season is so long, and I think it's hard to remember that in the present moment, but I think just reflecting on that and remembering that when we started last year, we weren't at the point that we ended at. So I think just remembering that in the back of our heads and just being like, we still have so much time to grow. We have so much room to grow. I think it's just really looking at showing us what we could be. And I think that reminder is just really helping us get through and just continuing to push each other to get better every single day.
And then you guys are coming off a week where you guys played 3 games, traveled. What's it been like for the team to kind of have a little bit of downtime and be able to lock in on the practice field?
Yeah, it's been really nice. We've been practicing outside, and it's been so beautiful, which has been really, really good. And I also think it's given us time to really work with each other and work on certain things that we want to make sure we work on, and not having to worry about prepping for a team. So just being able to focus on ourselves and really focus on what we know we need to work on has been really helpful and will help us going into the game this weekend or week.
Big game. People are circling it on their calendars on ESPNU. You've probably played in already a dozen, games on national TV, big top 3 games. What do you tell, freshmen or other girls, who haven't maybe, played in front of those bright lights? What would you say to them to make sure they're ready to go?
It's fun. I mean, to not think about all of the pressure and just play the game. Who cares how many people are watching? Who cares if it's broadcasted on TV or if not? Those are the fun times to play. It grows our sport. I think that's something that not a lot of people get to experience. So us getting able to experience that more times than not is really exciting. And I also think that it's just, I can't stop saying, but it's just so fun. The environment is so fun to play in, and it just really brings so much hypeness to it, which can sometimes speed you up a little bit. But I think just having other people around you to really ground you and make sure that you're ready to go. But just really just enjoy the moment. You don't get to play in games like this very often, so enjoy them while you have them.
Year 3 with the Cats. How would you kind of, assess how it's going as a team and, individually where you're at right now?
I think right now as a team we're just still growing and learning, and I think that's how the beginning of the season always is. We're learning things about ourselves, and we have new people and learning how we work together, and I think it's an awesome opportunity. The beginning of the season is always so exciting, so new, so fun. So I think that it's been really exciting to work new things out and try new things out, and work with new people. So it's been really fun starting off with the season.
And then for you, I think a big thing with teams is everyone doing their job and doing their role. What would you say your kind of role on the team is right now?
I think a big role for me is I try to work as hard as I can all over the field, and I just want to help my teammates out, because they're a huge reason why I want to work so hard, and I know that they work hard for me, so I want to work hard for them. So honestly, it's just getting out there and trying to help all over the field, because I'm on offense, defense, draw, so I just try to put my 100% effort in for them because I play for them.
And then, in the midfield group, there's a lot of new faces. What's it been like working with some new girls, and, how have you kind of helped them out, getting to know, the clear, all that kind of stuff?
It's been awesome having new people on the midfield group because we're small, so it's been awesome. I think that just whenever they have a question, I think offensively or defensively, I just try to help as much as I can. And I don't always have the answers, but I try my best to be as helpful as possible and just let them know that it's a learning process and it's not always going to be perfect. And when a tip is given, just to not overthink it and really it's using it as a tool, not as something to overthink, just as a new piece of information that you can use and utilize all over the field. And so I just try to remind them of that, because I know as a freshman or as a newcomer, it's hard to come in and play with a lot of confidence, and I had a problem with that when I came in as a freshman. So just reminding yourself that you're here for a reason and that every role is important, and so trying to help them play with confidence, because I know that was something I struggled with.
And then as a girl from California, West Coast, non-traditional lacrosse area, what are some things that you kind of do to like grow the game, and what's it like, being a girl from that area?
It's honestly awesome. I think the sport has grown so much in California since I started. I remember there was barely enough to field like a team when I started in 3rd grade, and there was barely enough to field a team at that time. And now I'm seeing a bunch of girls like commit to top programs, which has been so awesome to see. And whenever I'm home, I give a ton of private lessons and try to coach as much as I can, helping out with a bunch of different clubs, because it's been awesome to see how much people want to start the sport of lacrosse and play out there. So it's been awesome to see how much it's grown since I started.